The title of this incident is Digger Road. This is being recorded November 13th, 2022. The incident occurred late summer of 1975. This involved myself, I'm Jack Lynch, camp name was Cleatus at outdoor school. It involved Brian Drysdale, whose camp name was Gallop from outdoor school, and Rudy Bohm, whose camp name was Digger. He was the site supervisor of Howard Outdoor School back in 1975. In a previous audio, I'd mentioned about coming across a rattlesnake. A staff member and several kids up at the Next Door Incorporated, a group home I was managing, had gone on a trip up Mosier Creek, and they brought back a rattlesnake. That's another story. However, I was curious about where Mosier Creek was. I'd never been there, never heard anything about it, other than the rattlesnake. Late summer, 1975, Gallop and I took a little trip up the gorge, up to Mosier and south through the hills along Mosier Creek Road. We had a pretty good indication where the snake had been found, and we were going to check it all out. On the way back up that road, there was a fork. The left fork had a sign, brand new sign, brand new pole. It said Digger Road. On the ground was the old broken wood pole and the old sign that said Digger Road. We didn't have to talk about what we needed to do. Get the sign, get to camp, put it up. We did check out Mosier Creek quite a bit. We did manage to get a second sign that said Digger Road as well. We headed back. A little bit later, we went up to Camp Howard before camp started, took that Digger Road sign and nailed it up on an alder tree, just as you make that last left turn into camp. We knew full well those students had already heard from Digger in their classroom getting ready for outdoor school. Many of their teachers had worked with Digger several times, and I'm sure they told their students stories about Digger. The students would be in awe of Digger to start with. This would just increase it. I was there when that first bus rolled through. They made a slow left turn, and the bus kind of got a little quiet. Not the usual loud chatter. And then there were dozens of fingers pointing at the sign. It was having the effect. I stuck around a little while longer for the second bus. Same thing. I didn't need to be there any longer to know the effect that Digger Road sign was going to have. The sign didn't stay up permanently. A couple weeks later it was gone. It had disappeared. There was a sign that said Digger Road stashed underneath the dining hall. But as we've all learned up at camp pulling pranks, the best thing you can do to not get caught is to dummy up. Don't talk about it. Don't ask questions. Just let it go. And that's what Gallop and I did. Nobody asked us. Nobody pointed at us. Nobody talked about it. A decade later, went up to camp to visit Digger at outdoor school. I was also curious to see if there was a Digger Road sign still underneath the dining hall. There wasn't. There weren't any Digger Road signs on the ground underneath that alder tree that had been nailed up to. The Digger Road signs had all disappeared. The other day I got an indication of an opportunity concerning Digger Road. I've got some relatives in Montana that own a ranch, and that last half-mile dirt road that goes up to the farmhouse, they had it named after their family name, Robertson Road. I thought, wow, that's really cool. Then I thought, wait a minute. Digger had a farm out of Sherwood, up off of Edie Road. Wouldn't it be great to get an official Digger Road sign put up and get that road that goes up to the farmhouse named Digger Road? Permanent remembrance of Digger.